episode of Three Nerds on a Sunday, where three nerdy friends talk about all things nerd, geek, and pop culture related. I am one third of the nerd, Sunny, and the other two that make up this table are Manny and Frank. We're
You
back.
are one third of the nerds.
I am one third of the nerds because that's math, baby.
And I am 2/3, and he is 3/3. And together we are one.
We are one. One of us. One of us. Goo boo gobble. So what's up, guys?
All kinds of things.
Oh, not much.
How much? Same old stuff. New day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with that.
I gotta watch my swearing because apparently not to swear within the first what is it? The first 8 minutes of a YouTube video.
Real?
Yeah, it's some
What,
like
it'll get like buried?
buried, or they might flag it for inappropriateness. But we're not that big of a fan base. We might be able to get away with it. But if we do make a push to go bigger, we I gotta mind my views.
We gotta PGify it.
Just a little bit, just until at least 20 minutes in. After that, it's
I
I
don't think we're normally that bad.
Nah.
Sometimes you get a little sailory.
Sailor Moon.
Sure.
Well, whatever.
Sure.
So
I was trying to read something, and it looked like the sexiest way to make a podcast, but it actually says the easiest way to make a podcast. It was so small, and I'm like half asleep. So I was like, sexiest way to make a podcast? I was like, can we make that happen? Well, Manny's halfway there. All he has to do is take the rest of that off.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just, yeah.
It's
time for the news.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and start with mine. This dropped, I think, last week when we recorded, so obviously we didn't have time to cover it. But Lego announces 3 new Mandalorian Lego sets. The first one is where are the names? Stop it. Oh, here we go. The Imperial Light Cruiser for $159.99.
Jesus.
1,336 pieces.
Oh my God.
The second one, which is probably the most prevalent one on the list, is the Boba Fett Starship for $50, 593 pieces. That's right.
It's that cheap.
Yeah, and the fact that it's called the Boba Fett Starship now, it's no longer called Slave One. For all you
is that the meme was about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all you collectors out there, if you have anything that's vintage or newerish Slave One stuff, I would suspect it might go up in value.
It's gonna be the next Cara Dune.
So yeah, so so I guess this piece is more for the for the collectors out there. So if you got Slave One stuff, hold on to it for a bit, and then if you're looking to drop it when the price is high.
I'm surprised it took him this long, because I mean, Boba Fett became more popular recently, so.
Yeah, they're like, oh, can't have that. No.
Like, oh, wait, what? It's called the what?
Yeah. So
like, okay, yeah, can I call it that?
No.
We'll just call it the Starship.
Yeah, I mean,
Why don't they just call it the Not a Slave One?
not the Slave One. Not the mom.
Not the Slave One.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Not a Slave One.
I think it's stupid, but I'm not enraged at the name change. But I think it is dumb. But
I always thought it was like not the greatest name, but it made him seem really sinister and stuff. So as a kid, I was just kind of like, damn, this guy's a fucking crazy motherfucker.
For me, the name never made sense.
Yeah, right.
I forgot. It ties into.
Yeah.
There's a story behind why it calls it Slave One, and I can't remember offhand. I used to know, but I can't remember.
It will never be canon now.
Yeah, it'll never be canon now. So I guess it's null and void at this point.
It's like, oh wait, that never happened.
It's a moot point. So that was my quick little news, and then the other piece is the Matador Imperial truck, going for about $35. It's like 400 pieces. So,
$5.
yeah. So
I built
surprisingly-
a Lego movie set with the kids, and it was like 50 pieces, and it took
Yeah.
like freaking 45 minutes. Maybe I'm just dumb, but it took me a while.
some of those builds are a little weird.
It's
They
like
say
these hinges, and then the Legos have evolved though, because I mean, some of the way they put these together and like hide stuff, I'm like, holy crap, that's kind of cool.
yeah. I don't know how those I don't know what they're called, geniuses or builders over there at the Lego shop do when they build like a brand new statue. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn, you just like I know they like graph it out and everything, but when they start doing it, it's crazy.
right. Yeah, I can't even imagine trying to like map it out and decide what pieces you need.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool though.
And I guess they have a library and they might need some new pieces or whatever. But
Might is the word. I don't know. I mean,
well,
it's
and
big
then
big
there's
old.
people who like kit bash, right? Like they'll buy the Slave One. No, I'm sorry, the Boba Fett starship, just for like a certain piece, so they could use it to make something else or whatever. Yeah, it was.
That's-
Oh, even with eBay now?
I think. I mean, like some people will, I think, sell certain parts or pieces that are rare, and then other people will buy like an entire set just to take a piece out.
Well,
Stuff
yeah,
like that. It's like,
I'd prefer to do that because at least you have those spare parts lying around instead of paying the same price for one part. Just buy the whole thing and you got extra parts for later.
yeah.
Like, damn, man, Lego's a serious business, I guess.
But it's like, man, as soon as that falls down, what do you got? Like 40 hours burned right there.
Oh, 40, shit, you're crazy.
And it's weird how many pages that little book was for 50 pieces. It was like, man, dude, what the heck? Like, how is a kid supposed to build this?
Not for kids no more.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't have kids anymore.
I don't know. Anyway,
That's my Lego news.
All right,
Well,
I'll
cool,
go
cool,
next.
cool.
News came out about 5 days ago. We also talked about that there was going to be a new Transformers, Frank, and that was going to be the Rise of the Beast, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
They announced that. Well, I don't know if this is actually a rumor or not, but Ron Perlman will play the role of Optimus Primal. So we might
I'm
have
down with
that
that.
looking forward to.
Yeah, he has the voice for it for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's just Primal. I think Prime will still be voiced by the normal actor. From what I heard, they're gonna have like a both or some kind of mixture of both in there, but he's not gonna be Optimus Prime, just Primal.
Is Bay doing this?
He's probably a producer somewhere.
Producer,
Yeah,
probably, right?
yeah, he's probably producing
2022.
2022.
Steve Capel Jr. I don't know this person, but it's not Michael Bay.
but it's not like
Oh, he did Creed 2.
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Since you weren't here last week, Frank, what's your thoughts on
Like
the
this path they're going.
Beast Wars, the show, and are you kind of excited for them to bring it to like live action?
Beast Wars is like the only Transformers that I ever got into.
Mhm.
Probably because it was around when I was at the right age and stuff after school. And yeah, I still love it, and yeah, I would love to see this, but I just don't have any faith that they can do a good job because the Transformers movies have been really hard to watch outside of the fights and visuals.
Fair enough on that one.
But
Yeah.
I mean, why not let them give it a try, man?
Yeah, try it out. I mean,
Maybe it'll revive another series. Maybe, I don't know.
maybe I heard Bumblebee was pretty good, so maybe they can do like a good spin-off. No,
It was kind of like
No.
the same thing, right? It was just like
You read Bumblebee was good?
I heard, yeah.
I heard that several places, but I didn't even finish it. I just was like,
I watched,
Bumblebee?
yeah.
There's a really cool opening scene, and then it was kind of like, okay.
The only thing that like caught my eye right off the bat with that movie was the Transformers. Transformers felt more like the TV shows and like the toys. It was like whoosh, and that was it. Not
This
like
got 90% from Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
Holy
see.
crap!
Yeah.
So it was like less seeing every little gear move. It was just kind of like it magically happened.
Oh, not magically, but like it looked more like the toys just whoosh,
Like a
and then
big
change.
block switches, and then
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I'm like, oh shit, okay, that looks so cool as shit. But yeah,
That's
that was
kinda
really
cool.
about caught my eye. But
I don't know how they could do this movie though. Like I really don't know.
Shit, I don't know how they did the first 4 or 5, but
Like would they be no humans then, or if they are? Doesn't I can't really think of how they're gonna do it. But
yeah,
It has to be humans, man.
it's like just do robots. I dare you. All robots.
and
They don't have the balls to do that.
No.
That would be a great movie.
Got to put in the kooky parents and the fucking whatever other stupid characters.
Fucking Chihuahua.
Some guy who works in a grocery store that's gonna help save the world, and some military man who has a chip on his shoulder.
Oh, of course.
And a young kid. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, children. Children are cool in life. Man, you suck in movies.
Come on, you guys.
And actually, on a side note, but relates to Transformers, they're either making or made Jurassic Park Transformer toys. So that was funny.
They're about. They announced it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's the green Jeep and a T-Rex. But that was kind of funny. It's a weird tie-in.
Odd things going on.
It is I guess tie-ins is a thing now. Like everyone's doing tie-ins and collaborations or whatever.
Yeah, which I mean.
My God, Peter Cullen's still alive.
I'm angry, but because then I want to buy stuff, but I shouldn't. But we'll see how it goes. They look kind of cool, but I don't know. I'll probably pass on them.
So they're Jurassic Park Transformers?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, you know how
I'm gonna look this up right now.
Who's Megatron for Beast Wars?
Got his name.
Oh yeah. Damn, what's his name?
Yeah, it's not Megatron.
Isn't it still Megatron?
No, it's something else. Oh, see if I his name.
Wow, we're kind of sad if we don't know this.
Well, I mean, shit, the shit came out like years ago.
I know, but I mean, we were claiming to like it a lot.
Well, that's true. I
love it. I mean, I was always more interested in like some of the side characters.
Yeah, it was called Megatron.
Was it?
It was, right? I don't think he had a special name.
Maybe.
But Optimus Primal was genius.
Yep, it was.
Oh
Megatron.
yeah, the stupid truck and then the T-Rex. That's cool.
Stupid truck.
Basically, for the toys for the Jurassic Park Transformers, Megatron is the T-Rex.
Oh, okay.
So, not Megatron, but it looks like Megatron, basically.
And then it kind of does. And then the scale like matches up because the Jeep is like only up to the kneecaps.
Yeah, that's right. Because in Beast Wars, the Decepticons were like lizards and dinosaurs and
raptor and a tarantula.
Yeah, like the non animal stuff. They were reptiles and bugs, and then you had the gorilla, the cheetah, the rat, and all those guys. Were good. So shit.
The freaking Siberian tiger and the rhino.
Oh, the rhino. That was a good toy.
Rhinox. He was cool.
Rhinox.
I'm
actually getting excited for this now.
Such a great show. I love that show.
Not too clever with the names, but yeah,
Rhinox, Rat Trap. He's just a little smart ass like Brooklyn type kid.
I remember liking.
What are you talking about, Optimus? Shut up.
I don't know why. Because I think because he was a traitor in the show, and then he turned good. But I like his character. I vaguely remember him being like bad guy or traitor or something. And then like he worked his way It was kind of cool.
It could be.
Guy's awesome. I love him.
Cheetor was dumb, but he was kind of cool though.
He thought it was cool though.
What's his name?
Cheetor.
Yeah, wasn't Cheetor pretty popular?
He was, yeah.
He was like
He would
Bumblebee,
always
wasn't he?
do dumb things though. Like he would get the team in trouble, and I was like, "Oh, you idiot!
You idiot! What are you doing?"
You idiot! What are you doing? All right, I think we beat that one to death.
We could beat it more, but anyways. Frank, go ahead with your piece of news.
All right.
Or
I saw. I guess Halloween Kills is back, and the trailer came out. Did you guys watch it?
Of course I watched.
I watched some of it. I didn't watch all of it because Sonny said it's basically like spoiler in the beginning.
It's like
But it's not,
way too
but
much
whatever.
information. It's like it's one of those trailers, but
I watched it 10 times.
it does look good, and I think it's this Halloween, so
It is this Halloween.
it looks good. What can I say? But I don't know. It feels like it's going back to formulaic or something. Like I don't know. I liked the first one, but this one was kind of like, well, maybe they have a surprise up their sleeve, but maybe not.
I mean, what I really liked about the trailer, it looked like that they're taking the best parts of like 2 and 3, where like town's like, no, fuck this shit, let's go kill him, and Michael just so pissed off, he just killed everybody. he just, I mean, like the body count is gonna triple really fast in this movie, just from the trailer alone. So I think in the trailer he killed like 9, 10 people already.
Like
Maybe
in a
more.
way, it's kind of cool that he can't really be killed, but in a way, it's kind of annoying, and I don't know. It just never ends, right? It's like I thought this time it would finally something would change. Like maybe the daughter or the granddaughter would pick up the mantle or something. I don't know, something different.
This is the weird thing too, because like you have to, because like I told Manny this last week. I carry all the memories of all the movies, but only the first one is now canon, and the rest don't matter. So it's like it feels like this should be ended already, but this is this is a trilogy of films. Like from day one, they wanted to do 3 movies, so they at least have an idea where they're going, which I think might help. But it's hard to kind of forget all the history of it and just say, nope, those don't count.
Oh yeah, I see. That's part of my problem.
Yeah,
I still have the baggage. The one that freaked me out or that always stuck in my brain was the one with the girl with the clown suit, and she's just being terrorized the whole movie, basically like running away on her own. I think that was 3, 4? Right?
Oh, hold on, wait. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah.
'Cause 4 ish. Oh, was she like a mute? She couldn't talk.
I think so. Yeah, I don't remember her talking much.
Yeah, that's 5.
Yeah. It was just, I don't know why, for some reason. It was on at night and stuff, and I was little, and it freaked me out. I was like, Jesus, this kid. It was worse because she couldn't talk, and I was just like, damn, leave her alone, dude. What the hell?
Do you remember what channel you saw this on?
AMC maybe, or something like that.
Yeah. Every
That's
Halloween,
all I could think of.
all of my hair's just.
Yeah, it was always real late at night. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, I'm still interested in watching this, but it's just kind of like had that really long hiatus. But it's not the movie's fault, so what can I say?
Gotta roll the punches, I guess.
Yep.
Here we go. My next piece of news. Funko Pop is going to be holding a convention for the fans via online, virtual fan convention, however you want to say it. So they'll be doing panels with celebrities showing up, and we doing new reveals for new Funko Pops and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think they either recently had or are going to have I think it's FunkCon Summer 2021. FunkCon. It's
FunkCon.
It's supposed to be a pun, but I think it's terrible.
It is.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, I see. FunCon. Okay.
Funcon or Funcon.
Oh, it's not bad.
Not
Now that I
bad,
see the image, it's kind of
but
cool.
but if you have a few beers in you, that'll go south real quick. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that they're like, hey, if you can't show up in person, we'll go ahead and show you here. Because that's the one thing about cons. Like we don't being in Chicago, I don't think we ever traveled outside of here for a con. So we only go to like Wizard Con and
Like C2.
C2. Yeah. So you kind of miss all the reveals. Now, granted, you can watch all the trailers and stuff come out like the day after or like the day of it's out. But
It's usually New York and LA.
yeah, but there's something kind of cool to watch it as it's happening. So, like I think that's cool for fans. And
Yeah.
pops are again, I like the popularity how it took off so fast. I think it's crazy. Like it was. I think I got my first Funko Pop maybe 5 years ago. It was a Hong Kong Fooey, and then like two years later, bam! It just blew up like out of nowhere.
Yeah, and
Do you still have it?
I do. Yeah.
Can you check how much it might be?
I haven't checked for him. I don't. Maybe he's worth a little bit, but I don't think he would be one of the pricier ones. But I'll check.
Yeah, did you guys watch I think there were, I don't know if it was Netflix or Prime, had a documentary about the company.
Did they?
Yeah, and they were like doing bobbleheads, I think, before the finals, and then they had been around for a long time. Yeah, it was like, I guess it was like more traditional bobbleheads.
Oh, like
but then then they became their own little like take on it, I guess, or their stylization, whatever it is.
Which is funny. I think the only lines that do the Funko one are like the bobblehead is Marvel and Star Wars. All the rest are like the ones you can turn left and right, but that's it. I think like Marvel and Star Wars like actually bobble.
I think it's unavailable right now, but it's called Making Fun: The Story of Funko. And it was on Netflix. And it was just showing like the beginning of the company and everything. But it's a kind of an older company. I think it was like 70s or 80s or something.
Jesus.
But obviously this is what has propelled them into insane territory.
I guess.
I mean, they have like every property. That's crazy. I can't believe how many licenses they have.
Yeah, like, and then like ones you never thought, again, like Tombstone, like who in the hell would make a Tombstone toys of any kind? And they're like, here you go. I'm like, well,
if you had a company, you would.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
oh, that is cool. I like the Hateful Eight ones, and just there's so many. There's something for everybody.
Yeah, which I think is the appeal of them too, because like I know people who
they're
don't
so
like
cheap. They're like here, just $10.
Yeah, but like they don't like Funkos in general, but they're like, oh, I really like this movie, and that's the only like merchandise I can get, so they'll have it on their desk, shelf, whatever.
Right. But it's like a simple thing you can put on your desk.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tune in for that. I mean, I just don't buy Funkos anymore.
Yeah, it's a dangerous slope.
I just can't. I like them and everything, and then it's like it's gotten ridiculous with finding stuff that you really want. So anything that I really wanted, I just can't get it unless I want to pay triple or quadruple. So
especially the
I'm like, you know what? Forget Funko.
But I guess the biggest takeaway from that is just never give up. Jesus, since 70s and took them to like 20, I guess maybe 2015, 2016
like
really take off. So just keep going. Shit. Just never stop.
Yeah. It was an interesting one. If you guys ever see it, maybe it's on YouTube or something. It's worth a watch.
I'm gonna try to track it down.
Oh, it's actually 98, so I'm completely wrong.
Shit. Well, still 98 is still
yeah, it's pretty good though. I mean, and now they're like, obviously pretty big titans.
Their own store and everything.
What are those other ones? The Q-Figs? I like those, but they're a little bit more money.
Those are just pins, aren't they? Oh
No,
no! I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's
I
almost
saw
like
them
Funko.
today.
Yeah.
It's like the box that's meant to be open or some shit like that.
Yeah, the box is not really good, but there's like more dynamic poses and things like that, but I think they're a little more too. They're like $15.
Yeah, 15 to like 25 starting.
They don't come out with that many either.
No, which is weird. Well, just because they're expensive.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. Cool.
Manny, what you got next for us to start for news wise?
It's not really news because we probably already heard this, but Tarantino confirms that he is done with movies after his next film comes out. So the article that I read didn't really have his next movie out or what it was going to be, but I mean that's what we have looking forward to.
Yeah, he goes really in depth to it on his episode with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
He wants
Well, he
to.
just had a kid, and I don't know.
That's right, he did. Jesus. I don't want people to have a kid. He would. Jesus. He wants to do a couple more books. He wants to do a play before he even thinks about his last movie. But
and what did he say as far as? I think his main reason was just he doesn't want to like. He wants to go out before he starts putting out crappy movies, basically.
Yeah, which
I
is,
guess he's just like really afraid of becoming crap, of his movies just tanking and creating garbage. So that's kind of his reasoning, but it's just kind of like, dude, I mean, I don't know, Joe was like, your movies are still awesome, man. Like, what are you worried about? He's just, Tarantino's just like, nah, dude. That's it. This 10th one is my last.
Yeah, I mean, like
there were some interesting tidbits about as far as like how he has evolved his writing and his ideas and how to come up with everything, stuff like that. That was pretty interesting.
I may not be the biggest fan of some of his movies and some choices he makes in those films, but you do see that he does change and grow from his first film to now. So he's constantly trying new
for sure,
which helps. You can be, because again, like I like Michael Bay, but he makes the same movie over and over again. Schneider will always do the same tropes. They do, like, certain things are just not going to change. You're going to get slow mo all the time in any movie. Doesn't matter what it is. But he at least tries to change up his writing style, and yes, he does copy and paste a lot of stuff from other movies, but he puts his own twist on it and kind of makes it feel fresh-ish. And his writing is top tier. His just fantastic. So yeah, I mean,
even if it's like a template of some other movie, it's like, but they're not talking like that in that movie though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's his own unique thing.
Yeah, man. So
but it does suck. We've known this for a while, and I guess he's just triple confirming it now.
Yeah, I mean, you always hope maybe you're like, well, maybe I got a couple more in me. Maybe I can do this. Yeah, maybe this, maybe that.
But
no,
maybe what I hope is that he misses it so much that he's like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna stop.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. But I guess we got one more movie to look forward to. So
we'll take what we can get. Joe was like, well, can't you just say Kill Bill is 1, so now you have 2 more? You know, you need to do 2 more.
and
like that.
She was like, it is 1. I'm like, oh shit. like, oh, well, never mind. So
he's talking about Kill Bill 3 ideas as well, like how BB and Beatrix could be. Well, you know, he would use Uma's actual daughter, which would be kind of cool. And then, you know, they still have enemies out there and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I liked his idea for 3 years. Like, they get 20 years apeace, and they get peace for this long, but eventually shit always comes back around.
Catches up.
Yeah. It would be interesting for him to go out on Kill Bill 3.
He probably. I don't know. That's hard to say, right?
Yeah, it was hard to say. It could
Because
be
I
something
think
completely
he
different.
likes the idea of doing that as far as Uma and her daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he's like, "What if Gogo had like a twin sister or something?"
Oh no, she has a twin sister.
Oh, she has, right?
Yeah, she has a twin sister. So,
Yeah.
which, I mean, yeah, you just bring her back. You're like, it's me.
Did they
Yo-yo.
Did they like show her existence in the movie? I don't remember.
No.
Okay.
And I think
But it's
this
not
is
like
why,
it's a stretch or anything.
no, this is why I think he wants to write more than ever. I just basically just turned to the Tarantino section, but he does talk about this more nuanced details of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in the novelization of the book. There's more
Right.
details that cover scenes, and it even covers the Bruce Lee scene in the movie, so it gives more context to that.
Yeah.
So he probably it was always meant to be that way, but he's like, well, I didn't have time because he had to break it up into 2 movies as it is. So there's a lot of
Yeah.
story to
And
cover.
then what's it called? Daisy Domergue does the voiceover for the book and the audio version.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And what else did he say? Oh, he said that he has like a longer cut of Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
And that he might, he may do that or something. I don't know, but
I think
he talked a lot about a lot of stuff. So it was interesting. It was a good one.
yeah. I mean, we gave you some little clip notes on the episode, but it is good though. It is a really good episode.
Yeah.
Just hear him talk about stuff and his process is really cool. So,
yeah, it's good.
Well,
it'll suck that it's the last one, but I guess we can get 10. I mean, 10 enjoyable, rewatchable movies. I guess that's good enough. What can we do? Force them? Just go kidnap them and force them to make another one.
I mean, I wouldn't say it out
Keep
loud.
making movies, you bastard. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm out of news. I don't know if anybody else.
Kidnap him, and then he'll write about the. Then he'll make a movie of us kidnapping him to make a movie. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Shouldn't have said that.
I think it'd be interesting. One last quick piece of news, just because it's ridiculous. Vin Diesel confirms that Fast and Furious spinoff is in the works, and maybe be one of the main characters or something. No, it's going to be Charlize Theron's character, the bad guy from number 8 and 9. I don't know why. I haven't seen 9 yet, but I don't why it is, unless she's really surprisingly deep and like an amazing character in number 9. I don't see why it's been off.
I doubt it. There's no way.
I mean, they already got the Hobbs and Shaw spin-off, but I think part 2.
I forgot.
They want to work on part 2, and that one, they want that spin-off now. It's the franchise just won't die.
Yep. I can't believe what it's become. It's insane.
Yeah. It really is.
Oh my God. What the hell? It's ridiculous. How the hell did that happen?
People spend a lot of money to watch family, drive cars, then blow shit.
The first one was so different. Like recently, I put it on for my in-law, and holy crap, it was so different.
It is so fucking different. They're not superheroes. They're not freaking anything. They're not like Mission Impossible people going around the world.
They were stealing like VHS players and TVs.
Yeah, like electronics from trucks and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it was kind of cool the stuff they did, but it wasn't like what they do now. I mean,
no
CGI up the ass.
Like freaking parachute out of a plane and then drive on a mountain and then go to Dubai and jump across buildings and like then get shot in the arm and just fucking laugh and beat the crap out of somebody after that.
Or a whole building falls on. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good. Guys. Yeah, family. I really think they did they should have stopped at 5, but here we are.
Just stopped at 1.
I mean, I loved all the movies up to 5. Like I like
1 was the best one to
But-
me. Which one was the one where they came back and they were like new engine or what? New body, same parts or something.
Oh shit!
I don't know.
It was like 4 or 5 maybe.
It was
Probably 4.
Yeah.
It was probably 4. It was either 4 or 2. Because 3 was Drift. So
Oh yeah.
4 is when they started getting like superhero-y.
Started to, yeah. And then,
that's. Oh
by
yeah.
5 it started going ridiculous and then just worse and worse.
5 is when The Rock came, and yeah.
Yeah. And what
like-
he like threw something at a helicopter or something. I don't even know what he did.
That was number.
But is it Statham is a bad guy, right? In the Fast movies?
Uh,
And then like
Yeah,
his
but
brother
then he
shows
turned
up or
good.
something.
he
Yeah.
was bad, and then he turned good because he teams up with The Rock in Hobbs and Shaw.
And then Vin Diesel's like driving in like Panama with like a car that turns on fire or something.
Oh,
Like-
right.
Like he could make it combust on fire and it makes him win races or something, but he could die if he doesn't watch it.
That was shit. That was
What?
number. That was number
Yeah,
8.
dude.
That was number 8 because
Have you
that
seen
was
that or no?
he was. I think he was in Cuba,
Yeah,
and
something like that. He's
it
got
was
like
street
this car with like an open hood and like he could pour water on it to help him like keep going or something but it could explode though.
So what happened was they had to do a race, and they had to strip the car down to like its bare bones for it to have a chance. But the problem is the engine would blow if you reach a certain temperature because the car was
yeah.
old and shitty. So he hits the NOS because why not? And then the front of the car catches on fire, but he keeps
Yeah.
going, and he wins the race.
And he
because
wins.
family. So it's like it was fucking funny.
Oh shit.
What?
And
It's
yeah,
just The Fast and the Family or something. Should be the last one or something.
Fast in the Family.
Fast Family.
Oh shit!
Fast, Furious.
I don't know what happened.
All right, let's move on.
Oh my goodness.
Can we go on our nerd outs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Nerd outs.
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right.
Because
Nine?
you're already fucking talking about it, I saw Fast 9, and holy crap, that was horrible to watch. Like, it took itself way too serious.
Wait, I learned this from the poster, but what happens? Like real basic. Like what is the main thing that the conflict? Like the main conflict.
Family.
There's a piece of there's a weapon that's missing that could.
Why are these fools involved? I mean, they have nothing to do with that.
Because they're fucking agents now.
Yeah.
Oh, because Mr. Nobody went missing. Basically, it's a weapon that could turn all weapons against you, kind of stuff. And so they have to find different parts. There's this weapon is broken into 3 parts. So they have to find the 3 parts. You find out Dom has a brother, which I don't know if you already knew that.
The reason
which
he's
is
not
John
in these movies
Cena.
is because he was too busy wrestling for all these years.
I don't know.
But he hates him, right, or something. It was saying the poster
There's
said
a
something
family
about blood
feud.
and water. He's like, just because you're blood or something doesn't mean you're water.
There's a family feud going on.
But it was so serious, right? It wasn't even like trying to be like,
Dude,
you know.
at one point it was trying to make fun of itself, but it doesn't happen enough
Yeah.
where you really think the movie is trying to take itself seriously with these fucking close-ups that they do when fucking Vin Diesel comes in and wants to say his part. Like,
Yeah. Like squint his eyes and be tough and be like, fuck you. What's your fuck problem? Family. Asshole.
dude, it was so bad. so
man.
bad. But whatever. Movies are back. Yay.
Right.
I wish this was free. But anyway, let's move on to the other good stuff. Other stuff that I'm getting way more into is the podcast called Smartless. Have any of you guys started listening to this yet?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Apparently on Apple Podcasts, at least, it's like the top 3. So this
Damn.
podcast is somewhat newer, but it's kind of weird that I'm a part of this where this is like picking up steam and all that. Kind of.
It's called
bigger.
Smart List or Less?
Smartless.
Oh, okay.
Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes. Jason Bateman and Will Arnett are from Arrested Development. Sean Hayes is from Will and Grace, amongst other stuff.
Okay.
Dude, super good, super interesting. I'm even finding like the podcast or the episodes that I didn't think I would like. I'm actually getting into, which is awesome. There's a podcast of Jose Andreas, which he's a big chef. So that was even interesting. There was another one where it goes into Bob Orbeck. What's the guy's name? Better Call Saul.
Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk. Jesus, I don't know why I can't pronounce his name. There's
It's kind of a weird one.
And he goes into why Nobody was made and all that, and what it was based off of, which is kind of cool. And then I didn't know he actually directed some things. So, and I really like Will Arnett. I was like, I don't see enough of Will Arnett. So I ended up buying both his 2 movies, Odenkirk, right?
Odenkirk.
Odenkirk. Okay, cool. One of them is Let's Go to Jail, or Let's Go to Prison.
That was him?
That was him.
Oh,
with Will Arnett. And then the other one is called The Solomon Brothers with Will Forte and Will Arnett. Man, that was a bad movie, but it's so good if you're under the influence. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it was good. Like I needed new comedies, and at least these were kind of like stupid comedies that I could just laugh at.
Yeah.
Like there's a joke early on where Will Arnett's character is trying to pick up somebody, and they're gonna call security. And Will Arnett's like, "Yeah, that's fine. You can call security. I could stand here because I pay taxes." That doesn't really go anywhere. And so his brother comes, there's a scene with him and his brother. They're saying how his days are going, and Will Arnett's turn is up, and he's like, "Yeah, they called security on me." And Will Forte, his brother, he's like, "Called security?" And he's like confused. "Do they know you're up on your taxes? Up to date on your taxes?" Stupid as crap, but it was just so stupid.
That stuff is funny sometimes.
What else?
You should watch Bob and David on Netflix.
Bob and David?
It's Odenkirk and
David Cross?
Cross, yeah.
Yeah, they're best friends. I'm actually going to probably watch that.
It's real short.
David Cross,
not much.
Yeah, David Cross was part of Arrested Development as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But
that sounds like a good podcast.
It's so good, man. And it actually makes me laugh because Will Arnett and Sean Hayes and everyone, they go after each other, which is hilarious.
Make fun of each other.
Yeah, and they don't hold back. Like they swear and all that. So
that's good.
Very good show. And I think that's about it. I want to say there's one more thing, but can't really remember it at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. If I remember it, I'll bring it back later.
Cool.
I feel like I've watched something that I'm supposed to talk about.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, it's past. I don't know. Let's continue.
I'll go next with mine.
Okay.
So, I also went back to the movies, finally. watched the Forever Purge this 4th of July weekend, and
watch The Purge.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it theaters only, or is it going to come to some kind of
theaters only.
streaming?
Theaters
Okay.
only. Yeah, man, it's fun. I really liked it.
That
The
poster's
pacing,
awesome.
it is cool.
That is cool.
It takes place in Texas, so that's all you really need to know. The characters are pretty likable. It feels a little different than the last previous two movies. This movie is not subtle with its commentary or what it's trying to tell you, but I think it works in the context of the Purge like world and kind of reflects ours in a way. I mean, it's not as dramatic, but it was still pretty fucked up. The action is really good. There's one great scene takes place downtown, either Austin or El Paso. I forgot what it is, but it's like one shot for I think maybe about like 8 minutes. It's pretty cool. It's pretty intense. The film feels like it's directed by someone who knows action. Feels a little different. And again, not much to spoil, but I'm just trying to avoid things, just in case if people do want to see it. It's entertaining, man.
Yeah.
And before people get confused, they explain why the Purge is back really quick in the in the opening of the movie. If you saw the last, not the first Purge, but you saw the election year. Yeah, again, it's real quick. It just tells you, oh yeah, this happened. Boom. Okay, so now we're back. Boom, boom, boom.
Is this what, the 5th or the 6th one?
What's it that for? 5. This is the 5th.
And
Purge,
then
Anarchy, election year, first Purge. Yeah, this is the 5th.
Does the TV show count at all for this?
Does the TV show count? Yeah, it counts.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Does it
So it's canon?
Yeah, it's canon. It's all canon. The show never got the fan base it needed, but apparently it was pretty good. I watched the first season. It was good. I just get caught up in other stuff. But
yeah, I watched I think one episode. Yeah.
I think the 2 seasons are on Hulu. I think still maybe. So. But,
okay. But you liked it, huh?
I liked it a lot.
I'll check it out when it's available.
I could chalk it up to being partly because I was back in theaters and it was cool to see the trailers again and the great sound system, popcorn and pop in my belly. But yeah, it was fun. I know this is supposed to be the last one.
This is the last one?
It's supposed to be, but funny, we talked about it last week as well. The main creator of Purge is like, I woke up one day, I'm like, that might be a pretty cool idea for a Purge movie. So never say never. I hope not. I love this franchise because it's a B genre film that uses commentary and again, I think like a lot of B movies and genre films kind of get like not enough credit for like having social commentary and stuff like that in it and like mixing it well with horror, action, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
These are not subtle at all, but it helps in the context of what they're trying to do. So,
were you guys like? I mean, you both went to the theater. How did you feel? Like, was it really crowded, or were you just happy to be there? Like, what was the thoughts that you had there?
You go first, Sonny.
All right, I'll go first. I was happy to be there. It wasn't too packed. I think maybe maybe about 12 of us in there. Everyone was pretty spaced out. Then I forget why people are nasty because there's one guy in the row in front of me. He had my you're a disgusting human being.
What did you do?
He had his shoes off and socks off, and he had a bandage on his foot and everything. I'm like, ugh, so nasty ass feet. Put that shit away. But but besides that, I was happy to be there. It was good to be back.
That's awesome. Oh my god, this dude's like at home and shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Do they make you buy like your tickets online and they're forcefully spaced or like?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Mine was just pick wherever you want to sit.
Okay.
It's pick wherever you want to sit, but then, if I'm not mistaken, I think the seats do kind of spread themselves apart in after you buy your tickets. Like they put X's, like if you buy 2 tickets, I think it shows that you bought 4 or something like that. I think that's how it is because I went back and checked, and the seats were taken like around us. So whatever. For me, this is my second time back, and like it's way too loud. Like I feel like it's louder than it ever was before, and where it doesn't really need to be. Like the previews are fucking loud, and not even the previews. Like the annoying girl that they hire to say thanks for coming in early. Remember to blah 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 blah.
That stuff needs to go.
Super loud.
I always hated the 30-minute wait time before your movie. I hate that so much. Like I don't miss that. Let me tell you.
I'll tell you what.
I can't really say there was anything there that I missed. Just knowing that I spent a crap load of money on a movie that I hated. That kind of
It
was 2 movies. It was Spiral. I didn't hate Spiral, but I'm like, man,
I know
this was free. And then the other one was this.
Man, it was free.
The other thing is probably like it might be the same for Black Widow, which I'm kind of scared of. So I haven't even made the choice. Do I go to the theaters for that one or not? Like,
did it come out already?
It's coming out Thursday.
Oh, I thought it was the 2nd. Okay.
It's coming out the 9th.
Okay.
I have no.
I know it. I don't know if I just got old or what, but like, I hear you on the loud thing. Like last time I was there, I was like just like 2 notches down would be perfect. Like this is like too loud.
Well, what's the last movie you saw?
I can't even tell you. It was
like before that, like
January 2020. So it's been like a year and a half.
Yeah, for me it wasn't ever that loud there, but now for some reason it's super loud.
I don't even know what movie. I really don't.
I'm sorry, I saw Quiet Place. So this is actually my 3rd time back.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about Quiet Place. And Quiet Place wasn't bad. That was okay. I just wonder how it's going to be with like Black Widow and all that.
Yeah, because that's going to be a loud ass movie.
What the hell was my last movie?
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. Really couldn't.
Oh my god.
Birds of Prey?
I don't know if we saw that. I think I refused.
No, you saw it.
Because I knew I was going to hate it. I waited till it came out on video.
Oh, I was going to say, you did see it, but okay, yeah. Shit, mine was the Untouchables at the Music Box. St. Patty's Day. St. Patty's Day. Yeah.
Sean Connery's birthday.
Sean Connery's birthday.
The Ledge. Blumhouse Fantasy Island, Sonic.
Are you going through your
Photograph, Trader? Oh, I could do that, but I won't. I'll spare you guys. But yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Did you have another nerd out or?
Yes. On Hulu, I caught up with the first 4 episodes of Dave. Little Dicky. I like the show so far. Season 2 is pretty well. Season 3 is, episode 3 is fucking weird. It's weird. It's one of those like the fuck is wrong with you two? But
I expect nothing else.
Gator's still funny as shit though. I like him still. I think episode 4 is the best so far. I like when the show is like it's comedy, but it's also like real, and it's like it like kind of gets kind of serious, but then it's like, oh, this is still a comedy. So it's a nice blend of like it's a dramedy, which is nice. Think he does it pretty well. Um, Overall, I wasn't. I don't know what to say because like I'm not upset with the first 4 episodes, but I just feel like they're a little. They definitely highlight his character being more of a dick than they did in the first season, which is hard to do because he was a dick in the first season too. But
Mm.
he's like extra dickish in the first 3 episodes. um,
Is this supposed to
yeah,
be like based on anything real, or is it just all made up, or what is it?
good question. I think it's like a partial retelling the way things work, like more in season one. But this one I think is more like him chasing fame, I guess, in
Mm-hmm.
like season maybe. Um, it's hard to tell because again, like he'll be a dick throughout the whole episode, and then he'll give a speech about his insecurities or like why he can't do what he wants to do and all that kind of stuff. It's like I know I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. This is why I'm an asshole. Then he keeps doing it anyways. Um,
Yeah.
but no, I enjoy it so far. But this makes me want Atlanta season 3 and 4 more and more because I'm like, oh, I forgot. FX makes some great shows, and I want more. So
Dude, that show, what? How long ago was that? A long time ago.
a couple of years ago,
Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta.
about
Whenever Solo came out, because
Mm.
he said he was gonna finish season 3. What season are they on?
season 3, which thankfully they're shooting back to back, so
Mm.
we're getting season 3 and 4 for sure. But yeah, those are my nerd outs of the week. Some decent stuff.
Mm.
So toss it over to you, Frank. What you got?
Okay. I saw The Long Halloween, Part 1.
Oh, okay.
Damn it! That. No, I talked about that last week. Never mind.
Did you
Continue.
like it?
Forward. I did. I actually did
Yeah.
like it.
I was surprised because they've been dropping the ball a lot of times with their animation. I think the animation still has some of the stuff that I don't like sometimes, but they did a good enough job to where I was really enjoying it. I think lighting, maybe the facial animations, and then like the mood was enough to pretty up the animation enough to where I enjoyed it more than usual. And the voice acting was pretty good. And then, yeah, this is one of those stories that I always liked, but it was a little boring. But the animation was not. So I did like it a lot, and it is a little bit slower at times, but that's completely fine because I was enjoying the atmosphere and everything, and more of the kind of mystery aspect, I guess you could say. But yeah, I mean, I like the new Batman voice actor. I mean, I've always liked what's his name, Ackles in Supernatural, and I believe he already voiced Jason Todd
Yeah,
as
and
Red Hood.
Red, yeah,
Yeah. So, he's Batman here, but Batman's a little younger. He's not necessarily like as seasoned, I guess you could say, because there are a few points where I don't know if it's Harvey, and I like that they haven't turned Harvey to Two-Face right away. Like they're letting him be Harvey, and he's actually interesting and actually good. So, yeah, with all that said, yeah, I am enjoying it a lot. I don't really know when the second one's coming out. I have a feeling it's
July.
a long time. Oh,
No.
July?
Yeah, it's coming out pretty soon.
Good, good. 'Cause I was like, oh man, I don't want to wait a freaking year
Good.
for this.
Good.
Yeah, because well, it's only gonna be 2 parts, right? It's not gonna be any more than that.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So anyway, I also saw A Quiet Place 2,
those.
which it's very good, but I don't know.
The ending.
I don't even
Just
know
say
how to
it.
tell you. No, I mean it is good. I just felt like I was expecting a different movie for sure. Uh,
Mm.
and they just spent a lot of time in one place, and Yeah, I mean, it was good. I would just give it probably a 6.5.
I mean, obviously those spoilers, I guess, but like,
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. That's why I'm trying to like dance around it.
Dan's better. No, I'm just kidding. How was the atmosphere of the movie? Was it like shot well and all that kind of stuff? Still, was it
Oh
good?
yeah, shot very well. Tension, is there. I felt like there was a lot of retreading, and I felt like too many things were answered. Whereas the first movie, you're really just you don't know a whole lot.
Mhm.
And this one, they kind of spend a lot of time like, oh, this is the day that everything turned to hell, and I don't know. To me, it was like, and there was like a lot of weird moments too that were just kind of like, well, did you do that because like you're trying to like show me like an idea that you have in your head, or are you trying to like progress this story, because the story doesn't really go anywhere at all. So, and it's entertaining and it's tense and it's shot well, but it's just like story wise, I just was expecting something else and a little bit let down a little bit in that department.
Was a sequel teased at the end of this one?
I don't think so, as
Okay, I
far
was
as
just
I
curious.
can tell.
I was
I think I'm wrong, because Manny's like, dude, what are you talking about? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm probably wrong. So,
There's no closure that happens. I mean,
yeah, there's no closure. It's
Mm.
not like, yeah, I mean, that's part of it. It's just kind of like, why did this particular chapter even really happen? In my opinion, there was character growth. I guess that the point of it is these characters. It's not like there's some other overarching story, really.
Mhm.
It's just these people become something else, and this is their journey for that. So I'm kind of like unraveling it as I talk. But
I mean,
like, I
we're
wasn't
talking.
like dying like to ever rewatch it, really. I enjoyed the first one more.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, the movie just kind of seemed to come and go. So, and it's hard to gauge again with everything, getting earlier this year. But yeah, I
Yeah.
don't hear too many people talk about it anymore, or if at all.
And maybe, the marketing train was going, and then we just heard nothing for a year, and then it's like, oh, it's back. But maybe they blew all their marketing dollars or something. Who knows, but
Yeah.
it's going to show up on Paramount Plus
mm,
pretty soon, even if it's not already. So I think we'll start hearing more about it.
yeah,
Um,
it's worth a watch and everything. But yeah, I just kind of wasn't blown away.
that's
Which I don't know if I was supposed to be either. I don't
hmm,
know if that's really the
good point.
intent. It's like it has this exciting background, but really the focus is these characters and what they can do despite their circumstance and their age and their disability and stuff like that.
And their baby.
Yep.
Yep. The baby.
Actually, I don't know what made me think of it. It might have been like the character development kind of thing, or whatever you were saying about characters.
hmm
But the new trailer for that Soprano spinoff happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of got into the Sopranos. Have you guys ever watched Sopranos?
I
Yeah.
haven't.
I wasn't a fan.
Oh, you guys are fucking nuts.
I
I
I
didn't say I wasn't a fan. I just haven't watched it.
that show like I don't know, like I was annoyed with most of the characters just like that. But I will say this trailer for the prequel looks actually really damn good. Looks really fucking
Nope,
good.
you don't get to say that if you haven't watched all the Sopranos. No, no,
Mm,
no.
yeah, yes, you can because
Mm-mm.
it is a
No,
prequel.
no,
So there
no.
you go. Yes, yes, yes.
No, no,
It's a
no.
prequel. So
No.
technically, you don't have to watch it.
No,
You
no,
don't
no.
know what it is about that character that makes him so cool and why we deserve this prequel. But
You
anyway,
don't know. You don't know
I
about
got into
Tony.
it again. You don't know about Tony. And I'm trying to stick with it because it's been a couple times that I've tried to start it and I just can't get past like the first couple episodes. I'm happy to say I'm past the first couple episodes.
Then if it takes you more than one try to get back into it.
No, because it's such a heavy story that you have to dive into.
You mean like story based
you
on?
Can say that. You could say that because you have to pay attention to it because there's so many twists and turns in this show. That's why I just can't do it. And the same thing goes with Mad Men. Absolutely love Mad Men, but for whatever reason, I just can't get past it. And I think it's just my brain that knows that I've watched this before, and why are we watching this again? So that's why I gotta wait a couple months to do that. But yeah, I'm sorry, I just hijacked your thing. But yeah, I got excited about watching that.
What did you hijack?
You're nerd out.
Nerd out.
Oh, I was done, dude. I was like way done.
That's funny.
My thoughts weren't that good because actually I watched it the week prior and then like I just forgot half the stuff. So then I was just rambling. But
I mean,
I enjoyed Long Halloween a lot more than Quiet Place.
Don't be afraid to ramble because like the more you talk about it, think, oh, that's right, and this and this and this and this. So never.
It comes back.
Never.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've nerded out all over the headphones, the microphones.
Do we have any other last nerd outs to bring up or things we forgot to bring up in the news or anything?
Not me.
Okay.
Nope.
That's 2 no-nos. So we'll go ahead and move on. You guys know what's next. It is the spoiler section of the show, which is nice to have. We'll be talking about the Beard Bitch and Loki, the new Loki episode. And we actually have 2 questions from a fan, which is nice. So we're going to answer those. If you haven't watched those, stop what you're doing right now. I don't care what you're doing. If you're in the middle of heart surgery, go watch the episodes, come back, watch it, and then join the rest of the episode. Dedication, sir. Dedication is needed. Undying loyalty. And then come back and join the episode. Or if you choose to skip those 2 episodes this week, join us next week, and we'll definitely talk about it next episodes and everything else. So I'll do my spiel at the end, guys. We'll give you a couple seconds to jump off, but again, spoilers. Super serial, guys. Bear and Peg is real. Super serial.
You're out with the puns today. I like it.
He is busting stuff out left and right.
Hey, look,
what's that? A Man Bear Pig shirt?
Hey guys, that's
Man Bear Pig. He's super serious.
And all right, guys, we warned you.
I think we're safe. We're safe.
Yeah.
So Loki first or Omega first?
We'll start off with Beard Bitch.
Okay.
Omega,
the show.
General thoughts right at the back. Did you guys like it?
Grievous. Yes, I did like it. I really enjoy that smart ass like broker character. The one who she's like gives them their missions and she's always like, yeah, shut up. Like I don't need an explanation. Like just do it here. Just do it. Just get out of here. Bandana. I like that character. I was having fun with that. So I like that they're kind of doing that. But overall, yeah. I mean, I did enjoy it. The last one, I say the last 3 were really good. And then before that was some fillers, which were not bad at all, but it feels like more stuff is
too.
Yeah, this was super fillery. What are your thoughts, Manny?
That was all right. Nothing crazy
about
it. There's a couple moments in there that I thought were pretty cool, like the clones don't want to help the Separatists, and then I kind of even got confused, like the Separatists is who again? I mean,
yeah.
But I thought that was kind of cool, and it almost made me wonder were the Separatists the good guys then of the Clone Wars?
Yeah, it's kind of
Because now they
blurry.
become the rebels. So
Yeah.
it's just.
I guess the enemy of my enemy, maybe, but everybody
Yeah,
kind of hates the
something like
Empire.
that.
This felt like a Clone Wars episode more than a Bad Batch episode.
Yeah, they really did.
I kind of got those feelings at some points. I was like, oh, okay. It's getting in that groove again.
Yeah, so and it's kind of nuts that it went straight into a fucking filler after Crosshairs got burned and all that, like all that shit that happened.
Yeah.
And then Clad Bane, but it is what it is.
Seems like that stuff's gonna be very like here and there, and then like maybe the last two will be the big finale, I guess.
Big finale. Oh.
How many episodes are we getting?
13?
16 or
16, Jesus.
Yeah, thought we were getting something like that.
Oh God. Oh, that's a good question.
Right.
But
I thought it was 16.
I will take your word for it until we know otherwise. We have the internet, but I'm too lazy. I thought it was okay. I thought it was a step back from the previous episodes.
It's gonna be 16.
Oh Jesus, yeah. So got a little ways to go because this is what episode
10.
10.
Oh my God, we got 6 more. Yeah, I just felt it was okay. I'm surprised Frank didn't say Omega. I hate you so much.
She was okay here.
Oh, she's okay now.
Because they left her behind. They finally realized what they should have been doing all this time. But then at the end, he's like, "Oh, you're doing so great. You paid off our debt. You can come on any mission you'd like." I'm like, "Damn it."
Yeah, again, it's just super fillery. The mission was okay. I mean, we know the Bad Batch are pretty OP most of the time, but I was like, damn, these guys are just like, why?
Sometimes they just get pinned, but that
why do we need an army? We just got these 4 guys to fuck everyone up. But the action was fine, but the very end, I was like, they rushed that shit out of nowhere, just like, hey,
why
Hunter,
were they stunning everybody? That was one of my questions.
Oh, that was another nice little touch, because that's their brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Brothers in arms.
The clones are still out there, yeah, being used.
It's not their fault. They got a chip in their head. Small dude, very nice.
My brother. You can't kill my brother. But I guess
but
the whole point of the show is just not even the Bad Batch. It's just to set up Omega in the future.
Well, we don't know yet either, but because she can grow up to be a Bad Batch member, who knows? I don't know, or train her to be something. I mean, they fit characters from the Clone Wars into the
what you call it
series. So
to the Mandalorian. I mean,
no, the original trilogy, like Rex was there in the door.
This is the funniest image. Yeah.
So stuff happens like that.
He was there, but he wasn't there.
I mean, no, but he is now. It's canon, motherfucker.
It's pretty darn close to canon now.
Yeah.
No, it is canon.
Yeah, it is canon. Yeah. But
the rebels.
Yeah. But going back to the end of the episode, it was that was weird. It was rushed. Like, Hunter, you're a dick. You're a terrible father figure, and then like all of a sudden, oh, we'll make up. Go ahead. We'll play a game. It's all over. I'm the best dad in the world. That was weird. So
wait, but why is he the worst though?
Yeah, why is he the worst?
Because he got mad at Omega, and then like,
so what?
Wrecker like
deserves it.
He checks him like, boom. What's wrong with you? Like, dude, like, don't get mad at the girl. I was like, Jesus, she has to learn.
He was watching out for her. He was like, she's been through too much. She needs to hang back and kind of process things. And Wrecker's like, she seems fine to me.
No, but
that's actually a really good record.
But like physically, like check
dude,
him,
what's yeah, no, yeah.
Weird.
The ending where they're gonna play Sabak, is it called? No, Sabak is the card game.
I don't even know how that.
I don't know the little chess game with the little fighters, but it It kind of reminded me of like Rocky and Apollo, where they're about to punch each other and we don't know who's gonna win. And it's just like, who knows who's the better strategist? I mean, Omega might be like a natural, but Hunter he has real world experience, so
It's Omega.
it'd be kind of cool to see that.
She's a pureblood.
Or does he let Omega win?
Yeah,
Kind
or
of thing.
test her or something, or.
Well, he's gonna let her win because he missed her on the mission. He's like, you and the Omega go over here and do this. Like, yeah, one problem. She's not here. Oh, that's right. Tech, you go do it by yourself. No problem. So he
Yeah.
misses her. I don't know. I just wish they would focus a little more on that dynamic of them trying to figure out how to essentially be like four parents to like one kid. Because
They seem like they do that plenty. Like they're always like showing her something. Here, look at this data pad, or here, climb over this fence and go push that button.
Does not want any more of that.
There's enough, man. There's enough.
I don't think so. Only
she
because
could just be Barbara Gordon after she's paralyzed and sit behind the screen and just be the girl in the chair.
Star Wars really, when it's well done, it has those bonds that you really grow. Ahsoka and Anakin, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and Anakin. Well, Anakin in it a lot, but like those really great bonds. When they start to grow on them, and like when shit happens, like, oh no, and you get really invested. And I mean, like again, I really like in the show, but I'm not invested in these characters. Where like so far,
really.
where like, please don't die, or oh, what's gonna happen next? It's more like that's a really fun episode. That's a cool little nod to this and that. So I would love for them to bond more and kind of them to really start learning how to be a family, I guess, and drive space cars. But
well, Wrecker made her a room.
Well, yeah, but he's a man. He's a child, which is funny. He's more of he's more like a brother than like an actual like figure of any kind of authority.
Sure, but well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right, let's go break some shit. Yeah.
All right, kid.
and then Tech is Tech. He was like he'll drop all the facts in the world on
emotionless.
Yeah. And then you got Echo just being Echo. I don't know. Again, this was filler to the max. But
for some reason, the filler, I was always the one crying about filler, and this one didn't really bother me for some reason.
We all get our thing, I guess.
And not all fillers are bad, but for me, it was annoying because there's such a big conflict with Crosshair and all that, and we don't even get to see Crosshairs.
He barely shows up. Yeah, it's like I want him to be a more present threat.
Yeah,
but these last six, they kind of got to make them count. Like, give us some of that, and give us some tension, because I mean, right now it's just side mission after side mission.
Yeah, which has to lead somewhere.
So I guess the future of Omega is going to be something. But
before we answer the first question, any other thoughts on this episode?
No, not really.
No, okay. So we have a fan. His name is Gil. He's a friend of mine and friend of Frank's, and he's a big fan of the podcast.
All right.
I think listen to episode. I'm just gonna pick a number. Let's just say like episode 10, and he went back, listened to the first episode, and everything caught up and everything. And he really loves the show. So,
cool. Nice.
His first question of 2 is, what direction do you guys want the Bad Batch to take, and what end results are you hoping to see with the series? So, what do you guys? I guess not speculation, but what do you guys want to see from the Bad Batch? How do you want the series to tie in with everything else? Like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, it's hard to say because, like, go ahead.
I'll go first. I want it from what I've always said I wanted. I wanted to see the transition from the clones to the stormtroopers, and I want that kind of completion. I want that missing link of the story, and so far we're not getting it. If anything, we're starting to see now more of a different mystery story, and that's Omega's. So that's what I want to see, and then I wanted to ultimately go into the Empire that we all knew and love and hated to love and love to hate and all that stuff. Yeah. So that's what I want to see.
Yep.
Frank, what do you?
I have trouble having an opinion because the baggage of knowing what happens versus like I know that they're not going to be able to impact the things that occur later that much. So it's like, what is really? It's just frustrating to me because it's like you have this Bad Batch and you have Omega, which are very interesting and could potentially do something, but then you have what already occurred in the original trilogy and stuff like that. So it's like, how much impact can they really have? Even though I want them to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I want like Omega to have some big impact, or the Bad Batch to go out with a bang, or something like that. But I haven't speculated much because I just can't. I can't figure out where they could fit in that would be impactful, and not like just shooing them away. Like, oh, they had their own story and they were really close to the main story, but they never actually impacted the main story.
How would you want them to fit in to the series? Again, I know you said it's too hard. Like
I guess
like
just helping the rebels in some capacity would be the having that insider knowledge and that superior the superior genetics, using all of that to help them somehow. But that's the only it's kind of superficial, but that's the only really way that I thought of.
No, man, it's fair. I mean, because again, like again, it was a weird series to pick up like first after Clone Wars ends and Rebels ends and all that. But I think for me, I'm definitely with Manny. I want to see that that change from the like all the old clone trooper stuff, and when we start to switch over to the Empire and all that kind of stuff. I do want to see what's going to happen to the fish people. Again, I know they have names, but they're the fish people to me.
What, calamari?
Oh,
calamari. No,
the
the
Kid Fisto
the
people.
Camino Science.
Oh, the Caminos. The calamari.
That's a whole different race.
The Akbar people. The
Yes.
Camino people, yeah.
It's again.
Well, yeah, I would like to see more of the early days of Empire stuff, which we got here and there, but really very little.
Yeah. And I'm also really curious what they're gonna do with Crosshairs. If they're gonna kidnap him, take the chip out, or if he's just gonna die. Like they're gonna one last fight, and he gets in the head, and he sacrifices himself or something. But
something like that.
But I mean, I hope not, because I think he's a cool character. But yeah, again, like
they're all gonna die, maybe.
It is interesting. Well, again, I don't know, because and part of my speculation is the rumors that they want to bring them to live action in the Ahsoka show and maybe other series. Yeah, I for me, what I want to see from the show at the end is they're choosing to either be like mercenaries for good or to join the clones or like like Rex and those guys and do some side missions and stuff, or join somebody, because again I mean I would love to see them in the Mandalorian. I mean logistically it might be a little hard unless they just wear the helmets the whole time, but so I'm kind of both I'm kind of both of you guys. I want to see them that the Empire stuff, and then I want to see where they fit. I mean, again, like in my head, I just want them to be like mercenaries and bounty hunters, but for good, not the bad kind of bounty hunters, but the good kind. No.
I would like to see live action for them, or even just Omega or something.
Yeah. Her. I just
grown
feel
up
like,
and
Yeah, because I mean, we know there's no more clones after a certain point, so she might just.
She's unaltered, right? So she doesn't have that short life expectancy.
No.
No,
she can live a normal life, or length of life.
Boba Fett, yeah, she's like she's a pure blood.
Well, with the Book of Boba, I mean, that could be something interesting. What if she starts to cause trouble? I don't know. I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
At
There.
this point, Boba's what? He's off. He's like a teenager or what? 20s maybe. Starting out being a bounty hunter and stuff.
Maybe 30s.
Yeah.
Because he met Kane, or Bane, not Kane, Bane. He was a teenager in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So maybe
Right.
late 20s, maybe.
20s ish. Yeah. Yeah.
So.
And then in another 10 years, he'll go live in a Sarlacc pit for a while.
I'm just gonna chill out here, guys.
Like, okay, I'm ready to come out now.
Well, some sheriff gets his fucking.
Yeah. He never took it back from him.
I will say though, there is still a lot of timeline left to fill with like stories and stuff like that, which is nice because the new trilogy films, the ones that are Chikaka, those happen like pretty close to each other. Like I think two picks up right after like one, and there's not much room in the middle between those films to tell a lot of stories. You can tell before and after, but like during is really hard. Like Clone Wars, like Anakin was a kid in the first one, then a teenager in the second, and then like 20s in the third one. So there was a lot of
time gaps.
Great stories, and the new trilogy. There's just not much room for like anything in between. So luckily we still have a lot of timeline to like fill.
And this is a good timeline because it's like we don't know too much here at the beginning when they took over after the Order.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, which we need more of that. Maybe they'll get to season 2 and it'll be more of the transition, them being hunted down by the Empire or something, because they are still public enemy number 1.
And it feels like they're barely trying to hunt them. It's just like send a random bounty hunter for here and then, and he gets his ass kicked, and then they're okay, send another one.
Well, I mean, in fairness, the bounty hunter is for Omega and not them specifically.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I mean, again, it's a fun series, but I do want to see, like, there has to be not a twist, but like there has to be a big holy shit moment. That's awesome. Yeah. So that's what I'm waiting for. But
for sure.
Do you think there's gonna be a holy shit moment?
I don't say there has to be, but I want it because again, it's fun. It's a good, cool show, but like, where does it fit? And they have to make it fit where it feels natural and not forced.
Yeah,
they got to set up the next, whatever's next, because they revamped their animation system. So I don't think they're not gonna just be like, okay, no more animation. So maybe they want to tease something else.
Yeah. So that's kind of our. So hopefully we answered your question for the Bad Batch. I think at this point we're all kind of waiting to see what happens and waiting for our thing. But that's the Bad Batch for this week. We'll definitely be back next week for episode 11 and more Omega and the adventures of 4 men and a child. Let's go ahead and talk with Loki, episode 4.
Okay.
Yeah, 4.
4. Is it?
Yeah,
probably.
So it feels like 10. Yeah. Right off the bat, I was okay with this episode. I thought it was still meh.
To me, this was probably one of the better ones.
Oh my.
To me, this was boring and then got good. Yeah.
So I keep saying it's just too long. I mean, you guys got to do 30 minutes or less for this, because there's so many scenes that are they just drag and drag. The pacing is off.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's way off.
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't know. The show really
it's like, let's have a 10-minute conversation right in the middle of the episode, and it's like, well, why did you do that? Like, nothing came of that cover. Like you're trying to deepen something here, but it's not doing anything.
I like how the show kind of tricked us that I don't know if you guys thought, but I thought for sure Scarlett Johansson was going to be in this because that one scene looked like it was Black Widow. And I like how they just fucking tricked us with that whole thing.
I never picked up on that. I never thought she would, but I'm usually bad about that. And then I always think that they don't want to mix stuff like that. Like they just want to let this be on its own, and then maybe at the very end, like a very little, like 1 second thing.
Yeah.
That seems like what they've been doing with these 3 shows so far.
Yeah, I think Manny brought this up a couple times the past few weeks. He's like, these seasons are fillers until we get to the movies, and
yeah,
ultimately, I think that's the biggest problem with them. Again, like I mean, I will say
can be pretty.
I was right about the timekeepers last week. I said it was either going to be either Kang was going to be there or they're not going to be real. Like they're just
for
like,
sure.
And no, I was right. It's a wizard.
That scene was kind of cool, like how the robots looked and everything.
It looked cool, yeah.
And she just whipped the knife at them, and they're like, "Oh, big robot head."
Yeah, it just leaves more questions that they answer in 2 episodes, and we got other shit to worry about. And now, yeah, and now Loki didn't die, even though he should have died like 20, 30 fucking times already.
Yeah.
He gets transported to some place. He gets hit with that stick that's supposed to. What is it supposed to do again? It's supposed to like I want to say defrag, but
prune you, I guess is what they call it.
It's basically bring you down to an atom level.
Okay, yeah, and he the end ends with the stinger for the next episode. He wakes up and there's like other variants dressed up in like an old style Loki costume.
Wait, did Frank just say what?
I didn't see the stinger. I just turned it off when they started showing the credits. I'm watching it right now.
You dumb son bitch.
But they haven't had a stinger before, have they?
Not this one, but Marvel has. That's what they're fucking known for.
Yeah, that's why I watch the credits scene until
when it's over, I'm just kind of like, I'm done with this, and I just turn it off. I'm like,
credits, even though I shouldn't. I watch everything until the very end because you never know.
One time I didn't watch it. What the fuck?
One time, sir. But
so tell me what happens.
He wakes up. He's not dead. Surprise, surprise. Son of a bitch.
Never dies.
And he wakes up in this place. He's like, what? And then there's like
and Owen Wilson's there. And he's like, oh wow.
No, I wish.
Wow. It looks like it's New York City because you see Avenger Tower in the back, all crumbled.
So they sent him back in time to where before
they sent him to a different timeline because there are potentially 4 Lokis.
Yeah.
Classic Loki that we know from the comics, just older. Kid Loki.
Yeah.
Alligator Loki.
Yeah.
And Bolsful Loki, which is a newer Loki, I think, because no one knew about him.
Is that black and white image that's out there? I thought that was fake.
Black and white image.
I didn't see a black and white image.
There's like a 4 Lokis.
Just watch it.
It's like a picture of 4 Lokis.
Just watch it. It's only like a few. It's like.
I'm trying it. They're still doing the stupid credits right now.
How I do so much.
I know. I suck.
I'm trying to. So what else? What else happened? Not girl Loki and Loki's. She changed her name, and Loki. They start to fall in love with each other. I don't know how the fuck that happened. I really don't. I don't know. And they get caught, and then we learn basically that they fixed all the split offs of the time stream from like the second episode when she dropped all those bombs in the past because they were looking for both of those Lokis, and when they start to almost kiss, it makes like a new timeline because I forgot the exact words they were using. It's like a monumental time. It's something where like
Nexus event.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. A Nexus event that's so powerful it was starting to branch off to like the danger zone. They get caught. He gets caught in a time loop of which is cruel. I would say it's fucking cruel. It just like loops the same moment
Oh, with
over.
Lady Sif.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just basically saying, "You a piece of
She's
shit."
never
with
had
that
much of
one."
a role in all of the
No.
MCU. Like, she just kind of shows up, fights, says hi Thor, and then leaves.
I told her, "I love you." Bye.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
Or fights
Thor's like,
Thor, loses, and then
Yeah.
Thor wins.
Thor's like,
Yeah.
I'd rather
Yeah,
go with this random doctor chick on Earth.
I mean, she wasn't even in.
Make her Thor.
Yeah, you know.
Ragnarok, yeah.
Yeah, it was just weird.
Is she
there was that.
supposedly still alive? No, right?
I mean, technically, she's not on the ship. She don't
The
got hit.
Warriors 3 died. Hela killed them.
They died really bad.
They were pretty pathetic. I mean, they didn't even put up a single fight.
No.
They're unceremoniously killed.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I don't know where she is. She might have been off planning on a mission or something, but I don't know.
Maybe Love and Thunder will be a triangle. She'll be like, hey, Thor, what the F?
And then the head lady cop of the
Oh,
TV,
right.
she kind of like, there's something fishy going on. Let me go talk to the Loki chick. She transports her back to that supermarket place that they were at when they
Oh, right.
broke
The
off.
Storm. Like the
Yeah,
Ultimate Storm.
she says, "Show me." Okay, here you go. And she learns that they're all variants, and
Right.
this TBA's is tomfoolery. There's some BS going on here.
And then Owen finds out as well somehow on his own. Like separately, right?
Well,
Yeah,
no, he finds not on his own though. He finds out with
No.
Loki, and then little by little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's like, damn it, this is, yeah. It's kind of funny how he's like, he starts to imagine what he would have been like as a variant. He's like, oh, I was probably on a jet ski somewhere.
Yeah. That was a really
saying, oh, wow.
that was a really good scene.
I just want him to say it. Come on.
Owen Wilson kind of surprised me in this
I liked him in this.
In this show. Again, he's probably not. I don't know. He's probably not dead. He gets he gets poked with a stick, and he disappears or wherever they go. But I was really surprised by his character and why I liked him. He was cynical. He was like no BS guy, but he's like, I'm kind of intrigued, and I'll go along with this. But if you fuck with me, I'm gonna.
He was almost like
Oh.
at times didn't care what the outcome was going to be. Like he was so laid back sometimes. It was like, does he even really necessarily care that much if he accomplishes this? And maybe that's just him, the way he acts or something. I don't know.
I mean, I always felt that he was very he's so dedicated to his job. He doesn't care what else happens. He just wants to get the job done and get it done right.
Well, yeah, he's like completely devoted and does not question anything and stuff like that. But what was I gonna say? So the TVA officers, they believe that they are like fully atomizing and killing people with those sticks, right? But now we know that that's not really what happens to you.
Yeah, I mean, not the Loki because he's the luckiest son of a bitch in the world. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, maybe there's
I guess
a planet
because chaos needs to exist or something to balance out order, is what they kind of were talking about at some point. Maybe not in this episode, but throughout the show.
Actually, a pretty good idea because that will lead us into our second question from Gil here. I'll throw the question now because it might play into the rest of the episode for everyone else. You and Manny briefly spoke on it, but what are your theories for Loki moving forward, and how's it going to tie in with the MCU? So,
what was it?
What are your theories for Loki moving forward, and how is it going to tie into the MCU?
Maybe Loki becomes the keeper of time. No, that's kind of stupid. But
No. Play it out. Keep going.
he may become even more powerful than he was before, based on what might occur. It may be like a mantle passing thing, where Loki's still alive, but he's not Tom Hiddleston Loki.
Dun, dun, dun.
And maybe he has agents, which are other Lokis in all of the various multiverses causing problems. And maybe that's why the multiverse of madness is called that, because he's just out there creating so much chaos. But at the same time, I don't know what the motive would be, because we learned that the female Sylvie Loki, she was taken without really knowledge of what she did wrong, and so she has
It's because she was a girl, which was what I
Oh, I
got from
see.
the show.
Okay.
She
I
was the
didn't pick up on
only female one.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, well, yeah, and then the head director or whatever she is, she was like, I don't even know what she did wrong. I just did it. It pissed her off even more. So I don't know what the motivation would be, but maybe that could be something with the whole Loki concept, and now that there's so many Lokis.
That's I actually like that. Because it actually takes thought process behind it instead of going generic shit. But I kind of like that idea. I
Yeah.
think that'd be kind of cool to see, especially
Mhm.
to see it play out in live action. Because that sounds like what would happen like in the comic book easily. Be like, oh, the Lokis are running
Yeah,
amok. We must catch them
totally.
all. Got to catch them all. Lokis now.
Yeah.
How about you, Manny? What's your theories or thought process, or what do you think is next for the Lord of Mischief?
I don't know if Tom Hiddleston's going to be in it going forward, so I think you'd probably pass on the torch to Sylvie.
Which I'm not that thrilled on Sylvie, but
Like I want to say King is going to show up, but not with WandaVision. But then also like I don't know.
I think they have enough problems. They don't even need to put in Kang at this point.
But they need to put in someone who's running the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then where is this going to lead or set up Doctor Strange and Spider-Man? And Spider-Man we're already getting at the end of this year. So
Mm-hmm. Maybe there is something with Kang. Like, he created the TVA as a cover for himself, and he's the one manipulating things. As far as time, I think he's a time-based villain from the future or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
because he's the big baddie for Ant-Man and Wasp and Mania.
Which is kind of interesting that he starts there.
I think it actually makes sense because again, that's where
Well, they are, travelers.
travelers of the quantum realm.
They're gonna accidentally cross through his neighborhood, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing here?"
Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, you.
Get off my grass. So,
Hey, damn it. You're going through my tunnels, man.
But I guess going off what we have so far, Manny, what do you again like let's for a second just throw out what ifs and what they've done in the past. Like, what do you think from what you see? What do you think is going to happen?
I think we're getting King. I think King is going to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's going to show up at the very end. Loki ultimately dies.
Yes.
But doesn't at the same time.
Shut up.
Sylvie, I think, will be the main person, main Loki.
What was I going to say? There's only 2 more, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say just 2 more.
There's 2 more.
Okay. Kind of interesting how it bleeds beyond Black Widow. That probably means nothing, but
Black Widow is going to be super interesting because it's going to be like, where does this fit in?
Why
the whole
this...
thing?
Yeah.
I mean, she still has red hair, so it's definitely before Infinity Wars. So, yeah, it'll probably be between Infinity Wars and Civil War, probably.
You mean
she had,
like post Civil War? You're saying?
Yeah, post Civil War, because she had like blonde hair in the Infinity War, right?
Yeah, she had
And
changed to blonde. Oh, so there's gonna be a reason she did that.
I mean, I think it was more a stylistic choice, but like if it was sticking with canon and looks, like it has to obviously be before that, because like her hair starts to fade, like blonde and red in Endgame in the beginning, and then she goes back to like being a redhead. But yeah, I think that movie takes place between Civil
It looks
War.
so cool though, man. Like it looks really nice. Like
The-
just awesome. It looks
What does?
crazy. Black Widow.
Oh,
Actually, it looks pretty high quality and everything. I do want to see it, but it probably doesn't mean anything as far as Loki.
Yeah, but so I will say this one thing interesting happened was him being transported to this alternate New York style looking place with these Lokis. Um, I think, yeah, I think King. He doesn't have to be, but I think Kane's going to be involved somewhere. I think he's. I think what happened is that these variants are being shipped off to an alternate timeline where all the variants kind of just hang out until the end of time, I guess, as a punishment. And he's kind of the one that's like, I need to keep this shit in order, because maybe if the TVA falls, he loses his world or his timeline, and he thinks his timeline is like the main timeline. So he's like, if anyone fucks with that, I die, or like the people I care about die, or something like that. Something where like this is gonna cause his timeline to be disrupted, and then he's gonna be thrown into the quantum realm, even though I think that's how they time travel. And then he's gonna be stuck there, and he's gonna bump into Ant-Man and Wasp. And he's gonna be pissed, and he's gonna want to fight. And Loki, um, throw a curveball out there. I think the female Loki dies, or changes to something else, and Tom Hiddleston's character is still alive, because damn it, he won't die. And with his character, I always think he's gonna die. I'm gonna say he lives, so maybe he actually dies. But yeah, I think Kang is has to do something with TVA, because like, and then like with Loki being Loki, he fucks up everything. I think those variants escape from that like alternate timeline where they're all like in the same area. That causes new branches, timelines to like officially happen, and that's where Doctor Strange and Spider-Man come into play, and Ant-Man and Wasp. Because now shit's just haywire, and there's more order and chaos now.
It seems like there's two types of chaos that's gonna happen, like the time stuff, and then whatever Wanda's doing in that book.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that they added supposedly an extra part to that scene?
What, the book reading thing?
Yeah, that end credit scene, like supposedly, what's his name? Like Doctor Strange is coming in on like the left hand side of it. Yeah, go back and watch it. It's
You said
sounds really shoehorned.
Yeah, you said like recently.
But there is something on the screen though.
Oh,
okay.
There is something on the screen. Like it looks weird. But I can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Again,
Or Owen Wilson's like floating there. Oh.
Follow the wow. It will guide you. Yeah. Again, like I think I forgot who said it. One of the executives or the writers, someone said this is the episode. This is the series that affects the MCU most out of the previous two. This is the one that's gonna set up phase right?
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, because I think because we're not. This is technically like in between the phases, right? Kind of.
Yeah, I think
Something like
so.
that, yeah.
Yeah. So,
But there's no more Marvel shows for a while, isn't there?
as far as I'm aware,
Like
no.
there's movies, but I don't think there's any more shows for a while.
No.
Not till like fall time.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is
Yeah.
gonna have to do something. I mean, again, like with the movies coming out and possibly Fantastic Four too, this is gonna affect a lot of things. We know vampires are real, which is nice.
For me.
All because Owen Wilson goes, "Oh, we brought in
Oh,
gods and vampires, but this Loki, these sons of bitches, just fuck everything up."
so
It's
right.
like, so this kind of set of Blade, maybe that's where he fits in now.
Yeah.
Because again, like this world, there's no magic. It's science. Everything is science based, and
Hmm.
even Doctor Strange is like, like like we learn to use the force around us to like make the things that we can make with our hands, all that kind of stuff. It's science based, but like it's starting to
Like
lean
what he
a little
does
bit.
somehow exists, right? Like the
Yeah,
mirrors that he uses and things like
yeah.
that.
I mean, like basically, it's like chi. Like you can like learn how to control chi and use it as a weapon and tool, essentially.
Like
But
Shang-Chi. Well, yeah.
yeah, and we got his stuff coming up more, and his stuff looks more fantastical based almost, so that looks kind of
Yeah.
that's how that fits in.
Oh, the Hawkeye show. And then What If?
Pew pew.
I
But what
think
if?
those are this year. And then later, just other stuff.
Oh wow, I forgot.
But
Yeah,
yeah, this did open up a lot of things. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm hoping
Vampires were no problem, but this guy, or Loki's.
so like I'm hoping that this showrunner actually knows the property that they're actually working on, and like they're gonna pull out like a nice surprise at the end. But it's
Hmm.
just again like the show for me is just it's fucking killing me, man. Like it's fucking killing me. But that's my theory. Jumping on the Kane train here.
Hmm.
I I think he's gonna have something to do with this because I'm just off the top of my head. I don't know what other characters are time based.
Yeah,
Uh, off the top of my head, like and like
he's
not
one of the big ones, but
like multi-dimensional or magic like time, just time based. And as far as
hmm
I can think right now is it's Kane. So
yeah. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I forgot.
mm, see. Um, yeah. So again, hopefully we answered your your question, Gil. Thank you for being a big supporter of the show. We really do
Thank you.
appreciate it. Um, and don't be afraid to shoot us an email either on Instagram or on our email or on Facebook if you have any questions. It doesn't have to be related to the topics that we talk about. It just so
Could be whatever.
worked with our
Yeah.
with our two spoilers. So whatever you want to ask us, ask us. You want to ask us favorite movies, comics, video games, ask us what ifs. It doesn't matter. Please ask because we love the engagement. So
Yep.
um, so before we jump off Loki, you guys have any other last thoughts or stuff you want to bring up from the show or anything?
Not me, actually.
No.
No. Um, hope Loki dies. Yay. Let's with that being said, sorry,
Omega dies. Yay.
yay, yay.
Oh, damn it. We lost a kid.
Everybody.
Sorry.
um, with that being said, guys, we'll go ahead and end the episode right there. If you wish to listen to the audio portion of the podcast, head over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and any podcast app of your choice. What you wish to look at our beautiful faces in video form, you can head over to YouTube, type in Three Nerds on Sunday. We're still awesome. We pop up first. Follow us on Facebook. We will post when the new episode drops. Always on Sunday. Times may vary, but Sundays for sure. And then follow us on Instagram as well. We're not as active on there, but I do try to post when I can, and I'll try to drop when the episode happens over there as well. That said, guys, thank you for all the love and support. We appreciate it. We may not pull in Joe Rogan numbers or Colin Eddie numbers, but one day we will. We'll be awesome. So thank you guys
We'll
for.
have the shutter sponsor.
Damn it! I watched that early.
You forgot to ask them about that.
Thank you guys
All right,
again.
guys.
We'll see you
Toodles.
next week. Bye bye.
Bye.